during the gestation period of 9 months, these fingerprints are formed.
In anyone's life, which will play a major role, genetics or environment?
Baby inside the womb, he was listening everything, but suddenly कोई दूत आया और उसने बोला कि अभी जाना है वहाँ पर. Then Arjun left.
In today's scenario, no one is getting proper time, proper attention. They are not able to give.
Our body, our brain, they keep giving signals throughout the life. Hey, I am there.
Some critics are saying that all this is the pseudoscience.
Whether he can commit suicide or not, whether he can, kill the person or not.
How a fingerprint can analyze our brain capacity. So what is your answer for them?
Our fingerprints are directly connected to the neurons of our brain.
So just by knowing the related field, no one can become an expert or no one can give a better result.
Few doctors realized that when babies were getting born, they were dying fast, and then they saw that their brain is not developed completely.
So why this science is not become so popular in India?
The entire journey becomes very smooth and you enjoy the journey without getting pressurized from the outside world.
Hi, Namaste, welcome to ITTV. Today's our special guest, Preeti Upadhyaya, here with us. She is the founder and CEO of BRAINCODE, Booster the Brain. So the topic will be very interesting, and this concept will be helpful for the different segments of the people, like students, professionals, and even entrepreneurs. We will try to explore how this is going to helpful for these many categories of people and how they will getting benefited, and also we will try to explore some of the testimonials. Hello madam, welcome
Hello.
to ITTV.
Namaste, thank you so much for inviting us here.
So the word brain code itself very interesting. So how this brain code came into the existence? What exactly brain code is?
Yeah. BRAINCODE specializes in biometric analysis, and we are working for a mission to work for the society at a large, and we are empowering all the parents and all the students towards knowing their inborn talent, hidden potential, and everything without asking any single question but through our own fingerprint. Our fingerprints are directly connected to the neurons of our brain, and they are not influenced from anything from the outside world. In fact, during the gestation period of 9 months, these fingerprints are formed. So we focus on decoding of these lines and guiding all the parents and students what they are actually good in. So this is what we specialize, and we mentor every age group.
So basically it helps to bring the self-awareness.
Exactly, the self-awareness part, what you are actually good in. So without this test also, everybody has got some gut feeling. So they know what they are good in, but they are not confident. So our body, our brain, they keep giving signals throughout the life. Hey, I am there. This is what I love. This, please do this. But because of the trend going on in the market, or because of parents' pressure, nobody hears that inside voice. So that clearly our fingerprints tells you in white and black.
So when we have a clear understanding of our self-awareness, we can clearly work on related category where anyone can perform or can give a better productivity.
Correct.
So just by knowing the related field, no one can become an expert or no one can give a better result. After the self-awareness, definitely they need to work on.
Of course, it is very important, because there is no substitute or option for hard work. So this fingerprint analysis, when we talk about, it is nowhere related with astrology or nowhere related with palmistry. It is nowhere telling you about future prediction. It is all about present state of mind and your karmas. So there is no option for hard work or substitute for hard work. You have to do hard work, but where? You can see the magic when you are on the correct track and hard work is putting on the right direction. So what is that? This actually guides you, and then you have to work very hard towards that. But the entire journey becomes very smooth and you enjoy the journey without getting pressurized from the outside world.
So anyone after knowing this self-awareness, or once he know what are the familiar fields or categories he can suits for. Then after, what kind of suggestions you give from your end?
So, first of all, it is very important to understand. Like, I'll give you just very simple example. Whenever we are going to school or office or anywhere, and we are wearing a shirt, and because of less time, what we do, we fast tie all the buttons, and then when at the end we reach, we see that one is still left. Then what happens? No option. You cannot go like that. You have to open all the buttons again, and then carefully you put the first button at the right loop. Then you are confident and everything goes in the correct place. That is what happens with the right choices at the very correct time, that is class 10th. So class 10th, we strongly recommend. It is a very high time, because choosing a correct career, that is either science, arts or commerce, is very important. But in India, what we see, if the child has scored very good marks after 10th, they have to take science side, either engineering or medical. If they have scored average marks, then commerce is for them. If low marks, then only they go for arts. But this is absolutely wrong way of choosing a career. So every child is unique, every child is different. We keep saying this, but what is that uniqueness? How he is different? Our fingerprint tells you. And as you asked about the correct stream, so suppose it clearly tells that arts. Then in arts also what? So we go in the depth level, whether literature suits him, or political science, or law, or what exactly, or maybe psychology. Then if science, then in science, whether medical or engineering. If engineering, then what? Mechanical, AI, or robotics, or computers, or something in construction field. So everything, it guides you. Why and how we can trust? Because these all these are related with the brain lobes. So whether we have got fine motor skills is strong, or are intrapersonal or interpersonal, so it helps in many ways. And even for the parenting, it is very important. So yeah.
In general, most of the times, awareness and that kind of a maturity will come at a later point of the life. After 40s, 50s, in general, people will realize where they are specialized in, what they can perform exactly. But with the help of this kind of a consulting, this kind of a brain code services, they can know exactly where they will fit well at very early stage.
Correct. We have done it for so many CEOs, so many retired people after 40s. So if anyone don't get this test done also, then also research says in their early 40s or early 50s, everyone, get that strong gut feeling. I should have, got this thing done in my career, or in my early stages, I should have joined this course. Then I would have been doing something different. So that cash feeling which is coming in their 40s or 50s, this test is so powerful that it can tell you, and when the baby is just 2 years or 3 years old.
So before we explore further, how this science came into the existence, how this evolved, how you became a master out of this?
So basically, how it started in US, few doctors realized that when babies were getting born, they were dying fast, and then they saw that their brain is not developed completely. So after doing some research, then they found when brain is not developed, even their fingerprints are also not developed, and there is no pattern in the fingerprints. That is how this research started. And then this entire research is called dermatoglyphics multiple intelligence test. So it's a study of Dr. Howard Gardner. So where he is specialized in multiple intelligence, and the science of fingerprint and connection of brain is called dermatoglyphics. So both the sciences have come together, and it is called dermatoglyphics multiple intelligence test, where through the science of dermatoglyphics, we can understand the multiple intelligence. So again, very important point. We keep saying, if the child is very good in maths, then he is very intelligent. If child is not performing good in maths, then he is buddhu, or he is not very good in studies. But this concept is absolutely wrong. There are 8 multiple intelligence. Everyone is having 8 multiple intelligence. But what are our 3 top multiple intelligence? Child might be not good in maths, but he might be very good in maybe literature part. Maybe speaking skills are very good. Maybe he has got great love for the nature, or maybe he can become a great sports person. He can perform so well in Olympics. But parents, when he is not performing in maths or academics, they feel he is not good.
Yeah, everybody will tag, not
Exactly.
only parents, teachers.
Everybody will keep saying this, but we all know that Japan, Malaysia, China, all these countries are performing so well in Olympics. The reason, from last 35 years, these countries are already using this technology. So in India also from 2007 we are having, but because of having very high prices and low awareness, people are not aware about this kind of technology. And initially it was used only for the criminology purpose, where when criminal do some crime, then these fingerprint analysts or these forensic science people used to be called, and then they used to ask why this person is not answering, whether he can commit suicide or not, whether he can kill the person or not. So these fingerprint analysts, they were able to tell about the psychology of that criminal. So later this technology started using for the purpose of education, health, and of course now for the career selection and education field it is very, very important.
So after this fingerprint analysis or DMIT, demographic intelligence metric test, is it right?
Yeah, dermatoglyphics multiple intelligence test.
Dermatographic multiple intelligence test.
Right.
After this test, what are all outputs we can analysis?
Yeah, very good. So we can actually, first of all, we can understand the left brain and right brain. Our human brain is divided into two parts, left and right. Left brain tells you about your analytical skills, how intellectual you are, your thought process, practical approach of taking things, and love for science and maths. And then right brain is called your creative brain, which tells you about your love for everything, passionate about things, your love for music, dance, arts, drawing, painting, all these things, sports, comes from the right brain. So our right brain controls the left body parts and left brain controls the right body parts. So first thing what you get to know through this about your left brain and right brain, whether you are left brain dominant person or right brain. Also, there are possibility that people are fully developed, balanced brain, left and right both. So in that case, that person is very much capable for everything. Then it depends on the environment that he is getting. Yeah, so left brain and right brain you get to know. You get to know your top multiple intelligence. You get to know your stream selection. Most important, you get to know your inborn personality, primary and secondary. So in our personality is divided into two parts again, primary and secondary. Primary personality, when we are surrounded with many people, how we behave, how we feel. And secondary personality is when we are alone, making our strategies, or with our very closed ones like spouse or children, what kind of personality we are having. So primary and secondary, all these things you get to know through this, and it is again not influenced from anything outside world, but from your genetics, from either from your father or mother, or maybe from not both of them, but from the environment during the gestation period. That is the reason we keep saying कि जब pregnant ladies है तो उसको बहुत ध्यान रखो, उसको गुस्सा नहीं करना है, अच्छा पढ़ना है, अच्छा खाना है. So खाना is very important, medical interference is very important, but mental health is very important. The kind of environment she is getting is very important, because again this third and fourth, that is 13th week to 21st week of a gestation period is very important, when child's brain is getting formed, fingerprints are getting formed. So mental health for all the pregnant ladies are very important.
In anyone's life, which will play a major role, genetics or environment?
A very good question again. 80% research has proved 80% of in our life we utilize our own personality, the inborn personality, and 20% is the acquired part. So a few of them might comment, how come 20% only, हमने बहुत कुछ पढ़ा, acquire किया, of course, but वो acquire जो आप कर रहे हो, that is also because of your personality, how you are acquiring. So few are very fast learner, few are normal, few are low, but everybody is very intelligent in one or the other thing. So 80% our inborn talents always work, and then 20% we acquire.
So using this brain code, these kind of help we can get, like awareness, where we can perform anyone, either student or professional or entrepreneur. So why this science is not become so popular in India? What are the reasons you can say?
Yeah. Reason, see, again, very good question, because this is not new. This is 100-old year technology, and in fact हमारे पुराणों में, महाभारत में ये चीज प्रूव्ड है कि जब अभिमन्यु माँ के गर्भ में था, सुभद्रा और अर्जुन दोनों डिस्कशन कर रहे थे, तो ये अभिमन्यु पेट की गर्भ के अंदर था एंड ही वाज लिसनिंग एवरीथिंग। तो ये लोग बात कर रहे थे कि कैसे चक्रव्यूह के अंदर जाना है और कैसे अगर लास्ट मोमेंट पे इसमें कैसे आप कर सकते हो, और वही एक रास्ता बचता है। तो बेबी इनसाइड द वोम, ही वाज लिसनिंग एवरीथिंग, बट सडनली कोई दूत आया और उसने बोला कि अभी जाना है वहां पर। देन अर्जुन लेफ्ट, तो सुभद्रा कुड नॉट हेयर द एंटायर कॉन्वर्जेशन, एंड दैट इज हाउ बेबी कुड नॉट हेयर कि उसको बाहर कैसे निकलना है। तो उसे अंदर जाने का जोश तो था, वो सारा पता था, बट बाहर आना उसे नहीं आता था। दैट इज वॉट, ये कोई नई टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं है, ये अभी भी होता है और हमेशा होता रहेगा कि गर्भ में बच्चे सारे संस्कार लेते हैं। सो हम कितना अच्छा उनको संस्कार देते
This
हैं।
kind of acceptance is there.
इट इज देयर।
Everyone believe, even the newborn baby, even from at the early stages, they can learn, they can
Yeah.
listen, they
Yes.
can understand. So next, coming back to, for the professionals who are working in a corporate world, so how this will help them? Like suppose, is it helps to become the leaders in their career paths? Is it helps to grow in their careers?
Yes, certainly a lot. There are only and only two ways through which हम अपने आप को समझ सकते हैं कॉर्पोरेट्स में भी. So one way is called psychometric and the other one is biometric. In psychometric, people ask and give you a lot of questions, set of questions, and you have to respond. Every question has got 4 options, objective type, and whatever instant thought comes, you tick that, and as whatever score you get, as per that you get your readings ki what are the right fitments for you. The other part is biometric, where we specialize in biometric analysis. Not a single question will be asked. Whatever you actually are, you cannot tweet, you cannot do anything. You have to just give your fingerprints, and then the analysis will be done and your reports will come. So why both are important? Of course, biometric is important because you cannot tweet, but psychometric is also very important to understand your actual knowledge, what you have acquired till that time. So in corporates, it is very important. Both of them are very important to understand the right fitment of a right employee. Because if you put a person who is great in speaking skills and you'll put in that person in the auditing part or something where he's not getting the chance of speaking, then his talent is getting degraded, right? In the same way, right person at the right job means the correct person should be there for the presentation, correct person should be there for the finance division, and correct person should be there for some auditing or maybe some fine work. So this test actually guides you, and leadership team also gets a very good kind of benefit, like what person should be fit in where.
But it will be very challenging. People, their career path will be chosen at the early stages, immediately after their education is completed.
Yeah.
So suppose if I am working in finance department, my regular routine activity will be the same. Maybe I will get a promotions, maybe there will be a little changes in my daily routine after I became or acquiring higher positions. But I cannot shift from one field to another field, even though if I came to know about where I fit better at the middle of the career.
Correct.
But in that case, how do you suggest?
Yeah. Then also, as I mentioned, it is done for 9 months to 99 years. Everyone should get this test done once in a lifetime. It's not that if the child is 2 years, different report will come, and then when 40 different and 80 different, report will be same because our fingerprints are not going to change. But as soon as you get this test done, you see the real picture of yours, what you have got from your genetics, what you actually love. So this helps you for one thing very important is work-life balance. So whatever in department you are, you can keep doing that. But when you understand what makes you happy, you have to add that in your daily life to make your work-life balance, and then you start doing the same thing in a much better way, and you become more productive. For example, as I mentioned about multiple intelligence, so you get to know what makes you happy, what are your top multiple intelligence, Might be that person who is in the financial department doing good, but he's not happy, he's not interacting much. But as soon as he got to know his top multiple intelligence, means his hobbies, actual hobbies, and it came as something like music. So he started listening to music frequently, and if religious spiritual part came, then he started using about listening to chanting. And again, it is important whether he is liking through speaking mode or listening mode. So maybe he's not aware and he's just listening, but the moment he got this thing done, he got to know I have to come into speaking mode also. Then as soon as he starts speaking and his own voice is going to his ears, the thing will different.
So after this awareness, after anyone getting the awareness through this brain code consulting process, if they overcome the resistance to change, then they may get the maximum benefit out of it, I think.
Of course, there is a strong terminology called VAK theory, VAK VAK. V is visual, and A is auditory, and K is kinesthetic. So in this entire process, you also understand what is your learning style. So every single day, you start using this. If you are visual, or your child is visual, he might be adapting everything through flashcard, through visuals, or through blackboard when teachers are teaching. If he is auditory, he prefers listening to stories or in a speaking mode, he's enjoying the lectures. But if he is a kinesthetic, he will not enjoy both of the earlier one. Then he needs something touch and feel, some practical approach of learning. So sometimes parents also create a confusion because of their learning style. They tell the child to follow that. Suppose the child, parents are listening, they have got auditory skills, but the child is kinesthetic. So, and the parents are saying, okay, come on, read,
Yeah,
read for me.
they always try to
Control. But that is where the gap comes, and then kids don't perform well, and then
the
all these
detachment
things
will come into the picture. They don't listen.
Yeah, so it is done for the entire family. And I mean, I have done so many cases. So I mean, when we do it, for example, father, mother, and two children, we clearly understand what talent one child has got from father, what from mother, and the other one also what from father, what from mother, maybe from not both, from their grandparents. So everything
So
you
this
get to
also
know.
helps to improve the better
Of
communication
course,
between the individuals.
better communication, better bonding.
Better
We have got so many cases where parents were forcing their children, but when they got this test done and their test done also, they clearly understood my child has got this talent, and we were forcing for something else. Actually, parenting एक बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है, राइट, बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है. इस जिम्मेदारी को हर एक पेरेंट बहुत अच्छा करना चाहता है, एंड दे वांट टू डू बेस्ट फॉर देयर चिल्ड्रन. एवरी पेरेंट्स ड्रीम इज टू गिव बेस्ट टू देयर चिल्ड्रन, बट अननोइंगली समटाइम्स दे जस्ट स्टार्ट फॉलोइंग कि जो मुझे नहीं मिला मेरे लाइफ में वो मैं अपने बेटे से करवाऊं, लेट हिम डू दैट. बट मे बी वो कुछ और करना चाहता है. So when they get to know in black and white clearly, they are so inspired, and I'm so feeling so blessed that whenever we do it, we transform lives, and parents and the bonding among the family members
Yeah, in many
increases.
scenarios, the situations are like this, happening like this, and also awareness is also there from the parents. But in today's scenario, no one is getting proper time, proper attention. They are not able to give.
Yes.
So, what is the message you want to give to the parents in this scenario or
Yes.
for this situation?
Yes, I'm also a parent, and I'm a mother of two beautiful daughters. My elder one is 14 and younger one is 6, and we both are working, husband and wife. So we understand आजकल nuclear families हैं. Everybody is busy, but every parent is very much concerned about their child's career and everything. So my message to all those
Concern
parents,
is there, but
time is a constraint. वो भी क्या करे, like उनको भी अपना करियर देखना है, बच्चों का भी देखना है. So it's a constraint, but it can be worked out in a beautiful way. So that is what I strongly recommend, to get this test done. ये लाइफ में सिर्फ एक ही बार होता है, बट एक बार आपको कराने के बाद आपको सबसे पहले पता चलेगा what kind of personality father has, what mother has. Because of that, what parents has got, children has got. Now अब इन सबको एक साथ कैसे बिहेव करना, बिकॉज पेरेंटिंग शुड नॉट बी डन एज पर आवर पर्सनालिटी, पेरेंटिंग शुड बी डन एज पर चाइल्ड्स पर्सनालिटी। तो ये तभी होगा जब आप उसको समझेंगे, अदरवाइज सिर्फ नॉर्मल रूटीन में ऑब्जर्व करते करते बहुत टाइम हो जाता है, तब तक उनकी वो हैबिट में फॉर्म हो जाता है। सो आप बहुत अच्छे से राइट टाइम पे उनको मोल्ड कर सकते हैं राइट पेरेंटिंग के थ्रू, और किस चीज में कौन सा बच्चा अच्छा करेगा, उनके एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज क्या होने चाहिए। लाइक जैसे ही हम बोर्ड देखते हैं समर कैंप, तो हम समर कैंप, वाओ समर कैंप, हम बिजी है, बच्चों को डाल दो, बट कहाँ डालना है? दिस टेस्ट टेल्स यू आपके बच्चे का मल्टीपल इंटेलिजेंस क्या है। वो स्विमिंग में अच्छा कर सकता है, वो स्पोर्ट्स में कर सकता है, वो सिंगिंग में कर सकता है, डांसिंग में कर सकता है, या लिटरेचर में कर सकता है, या फिर ही कैन बिकम अ ग्रेट बिजनेसमैन, या फिर उसको नेचर बहुत पसंद है। तो जिस बच्चे को जो चीज पसंद है, अगर आप उस तरीके की चीजों में डालोगे, सो बाय द टाइम ही रीचेस क्लास 8th एंड 9th, ही माइट बी, आप उसको एक बड़ा सेलिब्रिटी के रूप में आप कहीं स्टेट लेवल या नेशनल लेवल पे देख रहे हो। सो एक केस भी मैं आपको बोलना चाहूंगी। एक बच्चा मेरे पास आया था 4 इयर्स का, एंड आज वो नेशनल चैंपियन है ताइक्वांडो में। वो ऐसा क्यों हुआ? बिकॉज उस टाइम पे उसकी मदर ने टेस्ट कराया था, और आज भी वो क्रेडिट देते हैं कि अगर हमने वो टेस्ट कराया ही नहीं होता तो हमने कभी भी अपने बच्चे को ताइक्वांडो में डाला नहीं होता, रेगुलर स्कूलिंग ही हो रही होती। सो एवरी चाइल्ड हैज गॉट पोटेंशियल, बट कहाँ किसको डालना है राइट टाइम पर एक्शन लेने
What
से।
is the ideal age? At what age they has to take this kind of test?
As soon as you get to know about it, get it done for every age group। लेकिन फिर भी अगर आप बहुत आइडल पूछेंगे, सो 2 हाई अलर्ट्स हैं। एक तो बाय 4 ईयर्स पे, 3 to 4 ईयर्स, तो आप बहुत अच्छे से समझ सकते हैं कि बच्चे का नेचर कैसा है और मुझे कैसे उसको अपब्रिंगिंग देनी है, मुझे उसको पुश करना है, या फिर कुछ बच्चों को बिल्कुल पुश करने की जरूरत नहीं होती है, सिर्फ टारगेट देने की जरूरत होती है, डिसिप्लिन सिर्फ शो करने की जरूरत होती है, और वो बहुत जल्दी इरिटेट होते हैं अगर आप उनको ज्यादा बोलो। कुछ बच्चे होते हैं जो इरिटेट नहीं होते हैं, उनको आपको प्यार से पुश करते रहना होता है। ये सारी चीजें बहुत क्रुशियल हैं जो आपको 4 to 5 ईयर्स पे इम्प्लीमेंट करनी है। देन जब बच्चा क्लास 5th में आता है, तब बहुत हाई टाइम है कि आपको एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज में, अगर आप उसको लाइफ लॉन्ग एक गिफ्ट देना चाहते हो कि वो एक बैडमिंटन प्लेयर बन जाए, वो स्विमिंग चैंपियन बन जाए, या फिर एक सिंगर बन जाए, तो फिर अगेन हाई टाइम है, बाय 4th 5th आपको उसको डालना है। अगेन हाई अलर्ट क्लास 9th, एज आई मेंशन अबाउट द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ बटन्स। तो उसको साइंस लेना है, आर्ट्स लेना है, कॉमर्स लेना है, ये आपको डिसाइड नहीं करना है, ये बच्चे को उसका ब्रेन डिसाइड ऑलरेडी करके बताता है, और वो खुद देखेगा, आप खुद देखेंगे कि वो कितने इजीली उस चीज को अडेप्ट कर रहा है। सो दैट इज।
And during this process, you are collecting all the fingerprints.
जी,
So, what kind of a data security you are maintaining or precautions you are taking? So nowadays, everybody is talking
Yes.
about the data security.
जी, जी। So it's again a very important question to ask, because फिंगरप्रिंट से आजकल इतने क्राइम हो रहे हैं और लोग इसीलिए कई बार डरते भी हैं। बट द गुड न्यूज इज दैट ब्रेन कोड इज अ स्पेशलाइज्ड, एंड ब्रेन कोड के अंदर एवरीथिंग इज डन अंडर वन रूफ। तो हम किसी के भी साथ फिंगरप्रिंट्स शेयर नहीं करते, कहीं और कोई थर्ड पार्टी नहीं है जो आकर फिंगरप्रिंट लेती है और फिर वो भेजती है, फिर वहां से होकर आता है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। एवरीथिंग डन अंडर वन रूफ, एंड वी हैव मेड इट अ वेरी क्लियर कट policy that as soon as fingerprints are done and their counseling is done, we delete all the data, because हमारा इंटेंशन इसको फिंगरप्रिंट्स को स्टोर करने का है ही नहीं। हमारा इंटेंशन और जो है वो बहुत ही क्लियर है कि हमें सिर्फ गाइड करना है, मेंटोर करना है। तो आपको हम मेंटोर करते हैं, ये चीजें हैं, और उसके बाद वो डिलीट कर देते हैं। सो हमें बिल्कुल भी आपके फिंगरप्रिंट्स की जरूरत नहीं है।
So nothing to worry. There won't be any storage. There won't be any collection.
बिल्कुल भी नहीं, कोई कलेक्शन नहीं है। आप अगर आप चाहें तो आप अपने सामने भी टेस्ट कराकर और इमीडिएटली डिलीट करवा के भी जा सकते हैं, बिकॉज हमारा इंटेंशन ही नहीं है कि आपको कहीं पे भी हमें स्टोर करना है, रखना है। रिपोर्ट आपको स्टोर करनी है, वो आपके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है। आपको एक पीडीएफ रिपोर्ट मिलती है और एक हार्ड कॉपी बुक मिलती है कस्टमाइज्ड, जो आपको एक लॉन्ग लाइफ, एक बाइबल के जैसे होती है, मोर देन एन कुंडली में हम एस्ट्रोलॉजी और बहुत कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट है, वो साइंटिफिक है, वो अपनी जगह है, बट ये एवरी डे आपके मेंटल हेल्थ के ऊपर बेस्ड करता है, आपके डिसीजन मेकिंग के ऊपर बेस्ड करता है। सो आई एम यूजिंग माई रिपोर्ट्स फ्रॉम लास्ट 10 ईयर्स नाउ, और हर किसी को जो भी जिन्होंने मुझसे कराया वो भी एवरी टाइम उसको पढ़ते हैं। सो आज बच्चा मे बी 12 ईयर्स का है, कल वो 50 ईयर्स का होगा तो भी उसको वही रिपोर्ट काम आएगी, टू कीप आवरसेल्व्स इन अ ट्रैक।
So everybody can feel safe on this.
ऑफ कोर्स एब्सोल्युटली सेफ, इसमें कुछ डरने की बात है ही नहीं है. कुछ लोग ये भी बोलते हैं कि मैं थोड़ा नर्वस हो रहा हूँ, मैंने टेस्ट कराया. बिल्कुल भी नहीं. आपको सिर्फ एक्साइटमेंट रखनी है, क्यूरियोसिटी रखनी है एंड बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट फील करना है, क्योंकि इसके थ्रू कोई भी चीज आपको डराने वाली नहीं है. Nothing to get scared about. You should be very confident because whatever you are going to get is going to change your life.
So till now we explored about students and professionals. Now coming to the entrepreneurs, that will be more dynamic, and especially nowadays the technology is changing very rapidly. If they keep on in only one particular business segment, the new technologies will come and disrupt. So is there any kind of help they will get with this knowledge or with this consulting process, like in which field they can perform the better, or which segments, business segments they have to choose? Is there any that kind of a guidance can they get?
Yes, bilkul. I have done it for so many entrepreneurs, partnership firms and entire companies. So it is very important for them also to understand, maybe in their early days, when the decision making used to be done, maybe they have got influence from the environment or the parents or from their friends, and they have chosen that. So when they get this test done, they will clearly understand everything from their childhood, what they have done and what stream suits them best. So they get to know, and then they start their new journey, or maybe the same journey but in a different way, whatever their strengths. So again, we have done it for one of the CEO from abroad. He came, and when he got to know about this consulting services, he said, I'm already aware about it and I am not interested to change my career. So I clearly asked them, why you're here? So he said, I only want to understand my strengths and weaknesses. So SWOT analysis is very important. That is strengths, weaknesses, threats and opportunities. So this test again tells you your own, not influence from anything outside world, your own strengths and weaknesses. So you get to know what are your strengths. As soon as you get to know, you start using it on a daily basis, whatever profession you are. You don't need to change your profession, but you get to know your own strengths and you start using. Then weaknesses, so nothing weaknesses as such, but the improvement areas. So you get to know. There are few people, they don't consider that I have any kind of weakness. But as soon as you get rid of this kind of thought and you start accepting that it's a life is about all learning, then you understand your weaknesses. So weaknesses are actually your strength, because as soon as you start working on those areas, you will be seeing that you are again becoming perfect.
Is there any examples, like any entrepreneurs who taken these consulting services and grown after that, and they may show gratitude to you?
Yes, certainly. Good question. We have done many entrepreneurs, and one case study, if you want to ask. So there is a very famous professional and motivational speaker, and one of the channel he comes. He got to know about us. He came, he got his consulting done, and he followed each and every bit of it. And after 8 months of his analysis, he came back to us with his entire family. And he said, ma'am, I want to get it done for my entire family, wife and 2 children. So I was like, okay. So he gave me his reports, and the other 3 reports were also there. When I opened, I saw a lot of lines with the marker, the way we used to study in our college days, right? So I was like, wow, you have done, every day you have read it. So he said, ma'am, you told me that every month you have to read it so that you will be on track. And then he mentioned, when I came, as I was a professional speaker, but today I'm into 3 more other businesses. So he said, this is my success story. When I am getting all these benefits, why not my children and my wife? So that is how he brought his entire family. He's very happy. Like that, there are many other professionals who are taking decisions, who are sending their employees to us to get them this consulting done, and so that they should be motivated in their life. So it is nothing, as I again and again I'm mentioning, it is nothing related with the outside world. It is all about your inner strengths, inner personalities, what you have got from genetics. You remember this Hanuman ji ki one story is very famous. जब उन्हें लंका से जाना था वो समुद्र पार करके, so he was very scared. He was not ready to go. Then Jamwant ji came and he said ki you can go, but he was like, no, I cannot go. तो उन्होंने उनको उनका पावर याद दिलाया कि आपके अंदर हाउ मच पावरफुल यू आर, एंड इट इज समथिंग वेरी स्मॉल फॉर यू, यू कैन डू, यू हैव गॉट सो मेनी इनर टैलेंट्स, इनर पावर विद यू. That is what happens with everyone. We have got all those powers during our gestation period, but we are not aware. We keep struggling in finding out the best from the environment, from the trend, but it is within us.
So with this SWOT analysis, everyone can know
Yes,
what they are strong
what
in.
their strengths are. Every single person is having some unique talent. As soon as they bridge that gap from inborn to acquire, the journey, real journey starts. What is their inborn, what they have to acquire. If they are acquired also, then also they get that connection, and what else is still pending or missing, they add that.
And is there any interesting testimonials in your whole career?
Suman sir, okay, Hero Suman sir. Hero Suman, our favorite, everybody's favorite in Telangana. So his testimonial is there on our YouTube. So you can go to our YouTube channel, BrainCode Booster Brain. There are more than 200 videos. So every video what you see is a organic one, no editing, nothing, from my simple phone. After their when I meet anyone, it is first time, and before they leave, I ask when you entered and after when you are leaving, what all you got to know, how it has transformed your life. So whatever you see in that in those videos are real testimonials where they are sharing. So there are plenty of, but yeah, if you ask something very close to me, there is a very big builder and the owner of one hospital in Hyderabad. He contacted us, BrainCode, for the counseling session of his elder daughter. And when he got the counseling done, he requested us for his son, later himself and his wife. Then he brought his relatives, and the cherry on top was his mother, 68 years. So the family of around 15 members got this thing done in the span of 1 week, because he has seen the difference, and now he's ready and very confident with all the children that which departments suits whom, what which child can take care of the legacy. So that is how he is very clear and very confident on us.
So even though you are saying it is 100% science and you are quoting from our ancient books, Vedas, some of the critics are saying all this is like a pseudoscience. What do you say to them?
See, critics are always there, and it is important to get all the critics, no harm in that, but it always depends how positively you take all those critics. And we are very confident what we are doing. It is a pure science of dermatoglyphics, and as I mentioned, it is done without asking any single question from anyone. Our fingerprints reveals everything. Whatever flow we see, whether chakras or shank, or there are multiple kind of patterns in our fingerprints. So every flow has a reason to flow, why if they are flowing in different directions, and when they are forming, as I mentioned, during the 13th week till 21st week is the formation type of these fingerprints. So this time pe there are 3 important contributory factors. Because of that only these are in a formation stage. Number 1 is genetics. In genetics means father's talent, mother's talent, and their grandparents, great grandparents of maternal and paternal both sides comes under genetics, where we don't have any control. Then second part is thought process of the mother, means the mother, whether she is watching crime series, whether she is watching horror movies, or she is listening to Garb Sanskar, she is chanting, or she is reading books. If reading books, then also what kind of books she is reading. Because of that, her thought process is coming. And because of her thought process, these lines are getting formed. Number 3, very important, is environment. Suppose everything is good, but then what about the environment? What about her in-laws or parents, where she is spending her gestation period? Whether in-laws are very caring, or they are a little critic, or they are very cranky. Then in environment, what kind of people are coming to meet her? If she is going to office, what kind of environment she is getting? Whether she is getting a very natural kind of environment, where a lot of calves, kettles are there, pets are there. So because of all these environment, the baby is getting all the senses, he is getting all the psychology part and all the talents. So all these things are proven science, and we strongly recommend to get your fingerprint test done, and it is a pure science. Critics are there, but you can experience it, and you can only approve it. So there is no harm in getting your fingerprint test done, and then you have all the power to whether take it or not take it. Anyhow, everyone is going to do whatever they want, but if they get the guidance, they perform their best.
So without knowing clearly what exactly it is, telling anything is up to them. Nothing to worry with that kind of people.
Nothing to worry. Be excited, be confident, and be motivated. This analysis also tells you what motivates you, what makes you feel angry, what do you love, right? And so many things what you want to achieve in your life, how you can achieve, what are your improvement areas, what to work for, what are your success tips. When you understand all these things, you get so motivated that this is something actually the person is telling about me, and you can see all those connections.
So till now you helped many people in this way to know more about themselves, like a SWOT analysis and this multiple intelligence test and everything. So what are your future plans at this point of time? How do you want to impact further?
We are working for a mission to help millions of people. We are working for a nation. Our thought process and intent is very, very pure, where we want to help all the families who are very much proactive, who want to do really good for their children and for good for themselves, but somewhere having little confusion. They have got all the capabilities, all the capacities, but little confusion. So we want to help such parents especially, and of course all the about our nation, all the Indians, so that जितना भी आपका डिप्रेशन का रेशियो बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ रहा है आजकल, इतने सारे सुसाइड केसेस हो रहे हैं, ये सारे इसीलिए हैं बिकॉज राइट पर्सन राइट जॉब पर नहीं है. जिसको जो चाहिए वो नहीं मिल रहा, जैसी पेरेंटिंग चाहिए वो नहीं मिल रही है. राइट टाइम पे अगर हम राइट चीज़ नहीं पाते हैं तो हम कंफ्यूज होते हैं. हम हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर को भी एक एज एन एग्जाम्पल ले सकते हैं, हमारे लीडर्स को ले सकते हैं. वो कहाँ थे और आज कहाँ है. उनके अंदर वो इनबॉर्न था बहुत स्ट्रांगली, तभी तो आज वो यहाँ पर हैं. और वो माइक जब पकड़ते हैं तो उन्हें कोई स्क्रिप्ट की जरूरत नहीं होती है. इट कम्स फ्रॉम देयर हार्ट. सो व्हाट इज योर हार्ट एंड ब्रेन saying or is capable of, your fingerprints can reveal that. So there is no harm in getting this thing done. I strongly recommend get it done, understand this concept, and every person who get this thing done, I assure, I'm very confident that person will become our brand ambassador.
Thank you, Manu. Thank you for sharing your all insights and science behind this. And many people will get this kind of SWOT analysis and get benefit out of their life. Thank you very much.
I also want to add one more thing.
Please.
It is not only important for children, for their career or parenting, it is very, very important for the couple's compatibility as well. Because husband is getting their genetics from his side, and wife is getting his genetics from the other side, right? So both are having different genetics. Now they are coming together and they are producing children. So it is very important, first mother and father, because mother and fathers are the roots for their children. So if they work on them, so they start understanding each other so well. So this husband and wife, mother and father, these are the crux and the future of our country, because they are going to create our upcoming generation in a beautiful way. So mental health is very, very important, not only for child but for the parents. When they are happy, they can give the better parenting to their children, right?
What exactly, how it is related to mental health, how it will help to overcome the mental health and being a mental peaceful?
Everybody is different, okay? The entire universe is divided into different kind of personalities. As I mentioned, primary and secondary. Everybody expects different kind of behavior from someone. So what is that? When you get this thing done, you understand the real psychology of yours first, then about the partners or people around you, right? We also do it for the ADHD and autistic children, blind children, because as I mentioned, it is done without asking any question. So these children also, when they have got this thing done, their parents have started understanding them in a better way. Of course there is some medical problem, but it is not that you cannot handle it. Everybody cannot, like if we talk about autistic or special children, don't expect that they can do or work as normal children, but they are special. Whatever they are good in, if you give them that, they can happily do it. And parents start understanding their children in a much better way, what they really want. Because they are not looking up, sometimes they don't look up, they don't interact much, but what is their feelings, they can understand through that. So this is again great cause, great help for such people. Mental health pay, if you talk about, it is very important. Again, what everybody wants from inside, they are sometimes not expressive. So this test is so much powerful that the person get to meet the right version and the best version of themselves.
So when they are in right track, automatically their mental peace will.
Yes, when they get the right thing at the right time, or if late also, then also they know what is right for me, and that time also they can get. So all those extracurricular activities, what makes them happy, everything they get to know. So whatever I'm saying here is just a fraction. When the person experience it, they can understand everything.
So we are wishing many people from this society will get benefited out of this science. Thank you for sharing the valuable information about the brain code. Thank you for coming all the way to ITTV. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I wish ITTV a great success in future, because ITTV is doing great everywhere. ITTV is reaching and trying to get the best from the society and making more and more people aware about it.
Thank you. Thank you for your wishes.
Thank you.